In 1992, Bill Clinton was challenging George H.W. Bush in the American presidential election. Bush was unstoppable. His approval ratings were at a whopping 89%. To pin him down, Clinton's advisor, James Carville, came up with a campaign slogan: "It's the economy, stupid." That one statement swung the election in favor of Bill Clinton. And it's a sentiment that still scares politicians the world over. Now is the time for the Modi government in India to pay heed to it. It is the economy, the biggest pain point. As the year 2019 ends, here's another reminder. India's slowdown is significant and it's worrying. The International Monetary Fund, the IMF, says it is concerned about India's economy. The IMF's mission chief for India has issued this statement, and I'm quoting: "India has been among the world's fastest growing economies in recent years, lifting millions out of poverty. But India is now in the midst of a significant economic slowdown." Note those words. This comes after the IMF's chief economist, Geeta Gopinath, raised a red flag. Next month, the IMF is set to publish its World Economic Outlook. And Geeta Gopinath has warned of a major downgrade to India's growth estimates. So what is the IMF really worried about? They have shared some specifics. Weak economic activity. What does that mean? Basically, there is not enough buying and selling happening in India. Abrupt reduction in lending by non-banking financial companies, NBFCs. Weak income growth, especially in the rural sector, in rural India. Low private investment and implementation issues with important reforms like the GST, the Goods and Services Tax. These are hard times for the Indian economy. Three sets of numbers paint an alarming picture, just so that you get the idea. Car sales, they have fallen off the cliff. The industry saw its worst ever fall in 21 years this year. The worst in 21 years. The situation did not improve in November. Sales remained in the red. They were down by more than 12%. The second big number that you should focus on is fresh investments. They've plunged to a 15-year low in the month of July. These numbers came out just before this year's budget. They were down by 87% in the June quarter. And the third figure worth noting is spending. People are not spending enough in India. Consumer spending declined for the first time in more than 4 decades last year. It's down by 3.7%. This is an indicator. Maybe people want to hold on to the cash that they earn. The IMF believes that India needs substantial structural reforms. It has released a list calling on the government of India to implement the much-needed reforms in the medium term. The slowdown has been a growing concern now. In the recent months, the government has taken some steps for revival. Corporate tax was cut. An alternative infrastructure fund was announced to revive the real estate sector. Plans have been announced to sell stake in public sector companies. GST has been tweaked. The RBI, the Reserve Bank of India, has even announced rate cuts. Earlier this month, Prime Minister Narendra Modi defended the government's track record on the economy. This is what he said.
हमें ये भी याद करना होगा कि पहले की सरकार के समय एक क्वार्टर में जीडीपी की विकास दर 3.5% तक पहुंच गई थी। फ्रेंड्स, देश की अर्थव्यवस्था में ऐसे उतार चढ़ाव पहले भी आए हैं, लेकिन देश में वो सामर्थ्य है कि वो हर बार ऐसी परिस्थिति से बाहर निकला है और पहले से ज्यादा मजबूत होकर के निकला है।